What Really Happened to Ellen DeGeneres? Star in Ellen. Ellen DeGeneres was born Ellen Lee DeGeneres on January 26, 1958, in Metairie, Louisiana, to Elizabeth Jane, a speech therapist, and Elliot Everett DeGeneres, an insurance agent. She has one brother, Vance, a musician and producer, of French, English, German, and Irish descent. In 1973, her parents filed for separation and were divorced the following year. Shortly after, Ellen's mother married Roy Grusendorf, a salesman. Betty Jane and Ellen moved with Grusendorf from the New Orleans area to Atlanta, Texas. Vance stayed with his father. When she was 15 or 16 years old, she was molested by her stepfather. DeGeneres graduated from Atlanta High School in May 1976, after completing her first years of high school at Grace King High School in Metairie. She moved back to New Orleans to attend the University of New Orleans, where she majored in communication studies. After one semester, she left school to do clerical work in a law firm with a cousin, Laura Gillen. Her early jobs included working at J.C. Penney, and being a waitress at TGI Fridays and another restaurant, a house painter, a hostess, and a bartender. She relates much of her childhood and career experiences in her comedic work. DeGeneres began dating Rossi, whom she met backstage at an awards show. In 2005, Rossi opened up publicly about her sexual orientation in interviews with Details and The Advocate. She and DeGeneres became engaged when DeGeneres proposed in 2008. They were married at their Beverly Hills home on 16 August 2008, witnessed by their mothers and 17 other guests. On 6 August 2010, De Rossi filed a petition to legally change her name to Portia Lee James DeGeneres. The petition was granted on 23 September 2010. She became a United States citizen in September 2011. Ellen DeGeneres experienced great losses in her life. There was always a sadness in her eyes that was hard to say. What she experienced in her teenage years haunted her for life. Ellen DeGeneres will be fine. Hope so. The joy that she has most of all is the things she has done according to her own passion for acting. In the early 1980s, she began to tour nationally. Ellen's work in the late 1980s and early 1990s included the film Coneheads. DeGeneres starred in a series of films for a show named Ellen's Energy Adventure, which was part of the universe of Energy Attraction and Pavilion at Walt Disney World's Epcot. DeGeneres started performing stand-up comedy at small clubs and coffee houses. By 1981, she was the MC at Clyde's Comedy Club in New Orleans. And in 1984 she was named Showtime's Funniest Person in America. DeGeneres' first regular TV role was in a short-lived Fox sitcom called Open House. She played the role of Margot Van Meter, an office worker at the Juan Verde Real Estate Company. The show co-starred Allison LaPlaca and Mary Page Keller. In 1992, producers Neil Marlins and Carol Black cast DeGeneres in their sitcom Laurie Hill, in the role of Nurse Nancy McIntyre. The series was cancelled after only 4 episodes, but Marlins and Black were so impressed with DeGeneres' performance that they soon cast her in their next ABC pilot. DeGeneres' comedy career became the basis of the sitcom Ellen, named These Friends of Mine during its first season. The ABC show was popular in its first few seasons due in part to DeGeneres' style of observational humor. It was often referred to as a female Seinfeld. The next film had DeGeneres co-hosting an educational look at energy with Nye. The ride first opened on September 15, 1996, as Ellen's Energy Crisis, but was quickly given the more positive-sounding name Ellen's Energy Adventure. Ellen reached its height of popularity in April 1997, when DeGeneres came out as a lesbian on The Oprah Winfrey Show. Her character on the sitcom also came out of the closet to her therapist, played by Oprah Winfrey. The episode was the released-out episode, titled The Puppy Episode, which was one of the highest-rated episodes of the show. The series returned for a fifth season but experienced falling ratings and was cancelled. DeGeneres received wider exposure on November 4, 2001, when she hosted the televised broadcast of the Emmy Awards. DeGeneres received several standing ovations for her performance that evening, which included the line, "What would bug the Taliban more than seeing a gay woman in a suit surrounded by Jews?" In September 2003, DeGeneres launched a daytime television talk show, The Ellen DeGeneres Show. One of several celebrity-hosted talk shows surfacing at the beginning of that season, including those of Sharon Osbourne and Rita Rudner, her show has consistently risen in the Nielsen ratings and received widespread critical praise. It was nominated for 11 Daytime Emmy Awards in its first season, winning 4, including Best Talk Show. The show has won 25 Emmy Awards for its first 3 seasons on the air. DeGeneres is known for her dancing and singing with the audience at the beginning of the show and during commercial breaks. She often gives away free prizes and trips to be in her show's studio audience with the help of her sponsors. In August 2005, DeGeneres hosted the 2005 Primetime Emmy Awards ceremony held on September 18, 2005. This was 3 weeks after Hurricane Katrina, making it the second time she hosted the Emmys following a national tragedy. She also hosted the Grammy Awards in 1996 and in 1997. On September 7, 2006, DeGeneres was selected to host the 79th Academy Awards ceremony, which took place on February 25, 2007. This makes her the first openly gay person to have hosted the event. During the awards show, DeGeneres said, "What a wonderful night, such diversity in the room, in a year when there have been so many negative things said about people's race, religion, and sexual orientation. And I want to put this out there. If there weren't blacks, Jews and gays, there would be no Oscars, or anyone named Oscar, when you think about that." DeGeneres celebrated her 30-year class reunion by flying her graduating class to California to be guests on her show in February 2006. She presented Atlanta High School with a surprise gift of a new electronic LED marquee sign. In May 2006, DeGeneres made a surprise appearance at the Tulane University commencement in New Orleans. Following George H.W. Bush and Bill Clinton to the podium, she came out in a bathrobe and furry slippers. The show broadcast for a week from Universal Studios Orlando in March 2007. Skits included DeGeneres going on the Hulk roller coaster ride and the Jaws boat ride. In May 2007, DeGeneres was placed on bed rest due to a torn ligament in her back. She continued hosting her show from a hospital bed, tended to by a nurse, explaining the show must go on, as they say. Guests sat in hospital beds as well. On May 1, 2009, DeGeneres celebrated her 1,000th episode, featuring celebrity guests such as Oprah Winfrey, Justin Timberlake, and Paris Hilton, among others. Ellen then went on to make another commencement speech at Tulane in 2009. DeGeneres was nominated for an Emmy Award as host of the Academy Awards broadcast. On August 2, 2013, it was announced that DeGeneres would host the Academy Awards on March 2, 2014, for the second time. In 2018, DeGeneres appeared in a new stand-up special, Relatable, for Netflix after 15 years of not performing stand-up comedy. DeGeneres also lists among her comedic influences Lucille Ball, Carol Burnett, and Bob Newhart. In December 2020, DeGeneres announced she had tested positive for COVID-19 during the pandemic. Nevertheless, she said she was feeling fine. It's a story about her, a girl who goes further about same-sex love. For understanding the hardships and sadness she has endured. Thanks for her presence, best regards.